Annyeonghaseyo. I'm Demarshlier.
I'm Aria.
And we're Soju for Two. Okay, so this is our weekly recap for last week, and we're a little late on this one. Sorry about that, guys.
So a few things from this week might pop in. We'll try not to. We'll try to just do what happened last week. Okay, so we're going to give our ranking for this week. We had a lot of drama this week, so it was kind of hard for us to decide. But I would say number one is still Bridal Mask. Yeah. It's holding strong on our list.
I am so impressed with this drama. I feel like right now, I honestly can't get enough of this drama and the characters in it. And this one was like absolutely, totally living up to last week.
Yeah, it was great.
I think the fact that he's Bridal Mask and an officer, he's playing both of these characters is making it so complicated.
I mean, it shows what an amazing actor he is. I don't think I realized, like, last week was really like an epiphany for us that this was like going to be great. But now it's just like so complicated. And I think we were talking about it. We're like, he says so much, but it's all internal.
Yeah, it really is. And like the love story thing, I mean, this love triangle is going to be like epic. Yeah. It's between friends, and then they both have their own like complete stories with her, and it's just so interesting. And she's such a strong female lead. I mean, I don't think I could, like, there's one thing wrong with this show. No. I would say definitely go watch it if you're not watching it. I just have a feeling this is going to end badly.
And everything about it is good. Yeah. Like, the fashion is really cool. The red dress that the Japanese girl was wearing was, like, amazing. I mean, just everything about this. The guy's fashion is awesome. I mean, it's just really, really good on every level.
It's so compelling. So, I haven't heard as much about this, so watch it, if you haven't heard about it.
Okay, so number 2 is Dr.Jin Time Slip, or Dr.Jin. We love this show. Okay, so what happened in the episode last week? So, most importantly, we had the Jae-Jung proposal, which is like, yay, Jae-Jung proposal.
We were really excited. And the problem is, so the last couple weeks has been a little bit more of like just dealing with health issues. Yeah. And now we're getting back into the actual storyline. So, obviously, it's going to jump right back up for us because there's a lot more of like the compelling...
The romance.
Yeah, exactly. The romance and sort of seeing like the tug between the two boys and her. And it's really interesting. So worth it.
Definitely.
Our puppy's barking.
Okay, so then on to so this week's Dr. Jin episode. So there's so much more drama, but we'll get to it at the end of this week, guys. So hold on for it. Okay, so on to number 3 of our list, and we have a little friend joining us now. We have I Do, I Do. So this one, it was really a toss-up for us between this and Dr. Jin because we really like both of them this week.
Yeah, I feel like this definitely second lead syndrome is going on here. Between the two guys here, the story is so complex. You have the mature gynecologist who is, trying to be supportive of her, even though, I mean, I don't know how supportive really anyone would be when it's not their baby and, they're trying to, like, still care about her. And then you have the other guy who is definitely not as mature, but somehow seems really mature.
I know, and he's so cute, and he's adorable in this, and he's really funny, and I think that, like, it's surprising to us how much we love him, because we knew she could carry a show. I mean, she's been in it, but he is doing a great job.
And I think you really can see, like, that the battle lines are drawn now. It's like they're both gonna fight for her. I mean, regardless, like, it seems like there's still some iffiness with the gynecologist, but, we know that what's gonna happen.
I know, we had, like, so many cute moments, like the one he was, like, examining her, and I was like, oh, if only it was their baby, but wait, I love the other guy. So it's really sad.
Yeah, so this is definitely a complex, like, love triangle as well.
Okay, so number 4, Big. Okay, we love Big, and I'm sad that it's number 4. But this show, I mean, I literally what I have written here is Hot Gong Yu. Because he's just so good looking in this. Yeah. Also, so we started out the episode for this last week with him at the wedding. Oh my god, he looked gorgeous. So that was adorable.
I think what's going on here is, like, when you see him, the time jump a little bit. It's a year.
Yeah, it's a year.
And,
which I wasn't expecting.
No, I wasn't. And then, there's a little bit of, like, that push with the year. And then I feel like right away they have more chemistry. Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, how are you going to have these two leads have more chemistry? Okay, put a year between them and see what happens. Like, it's excellent. And I know that, when he's going to wake up, I mean, obviously it's going to happen, like, at some point, and I feel so conflicted. Like, I'm like, who do I want her to end up with?
I know.
And I think that this week's episodes, you also get to see a lot more from Suzy too. I mean, I just feel like everyone's doing great at this
and
cast.
We knew she was whip smart and gonna figure out the whole that it was the switch.
So that's how it ends. These 2 episodes ends with her knowing that he is the other character and, like, what she's gonna do about it. So
and we need to figure out how they're related, because we know that clearly now they're not, like, father and son.
I'm certain they're brothers.
Yeah, it has to be brothers.
Like, I mean, you can give us your theories on, like, their connection to Big, but the whole Miracle book, and then we saw that the mom had the Miracle book.
Yeah.
I really think they're brothers or something complex happening there.
So we're very excited about where that's going. Also, we need to mention the shorts. Yoongi's wearing an inordinate amount of shorts in this episode.
It's an interesting fashion look. And, like, they're not, like, a normal length short that we're used to for guys. They're, like, definitely shorter shorts. Yeah. So that's interesting.
So I just need to mention that.
Is that big right now in Seoul?
Maybe it is. We don't know. But that's definitely funny. Okay, so number 5 this week, we have Absolute Boyfriend. Okay, so we had so much drama in the last 2 episodes. There's only 13 episodes of this show. We're up to episode 12, but as of last week, it was like 11. But this show has so much going on. I mean, what's really conflicting to us is that she keeps, like, she's seriously picking the robot. Like, seriously picking him.
And this is really different from the Japanese version we saw. I mean, I know that in the Japanese version, it was more that this robot kind of proved to her the fact that she really did want to be with a human, not a perfect guy.
And, like, she had so much compassion, and she loved the robot, but it wasn't, like, a love, like, she wants to be romantically involved with him.
Yeah, whereas the Taiwanese one, it's a lot more, like, she really loves the robot. Yeah. And that's kind of blurring some lines for us. Like, that's kind of a difficult space for us to be in.
But and the thing is, like, we really like Zhongxi, so we're, like, not sure, like, where that's gonna go, and...
I mean, of course we love the robot. We think he's adorable, you know, as a human, you know, he's a great... I mean, I'd want to see him act as something else.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can get behind the drama where she ends up with the robot. Okay, so let's hope in this last
she's gonna end up with the human, if it's like the Japanese version, but
it's already so different.
It's so different. So it's really good. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. The music is great in this show, as we've said before. It's Fahrenheit, his band.
I think it's a little more borderline, like, questionable. I mean, it makes sense that it's not. I know the main female lead is a Korean actress, but this is, like, does not seem like a Korean topic to me.
Okay, so number 6, we have Ghost.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened this week is really fascinating. As someone who's going to be a teacher, these week's episodes were really interesting because they were really, like, about schools in Korea, and I think it's similar to what schools here. There's just so much pressure on these kids that literally this young girl becomes a murderer because she wants to, like, get a scholarship and stay at the school. I mean, it was such a crazy story, but it was actually, I feel like, even though it seemed kind of crazy, it actually felt like really, like, something that sadly could happen. And the stress these kids are under, it was really, really interesting from my perspective.
What's interesting to me about Ghost is it feels to me like, I know there's a genre in Korean television that's like daily dramas, and it seems to me like maybe it should be something like that because they always have like something they're dealing with instead of like there's what's going on, the big story, and then there's like
little plots.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it feels like a different type of story to me. I don't know how you guys think about it, but like I think that it'd be better if it was like a daily drama or something.
Episode 8 kind of was like one half of the like school story, and then the other half was like finding the Phantom again and figuring out the murderer. And so that was interesting.
It just feels like a lot is jam packed into these episodes instead of like working on it, you know, like if you were gonna have different things every episode, then you need to also deal with everybody else.
I almost feel like this would be a better movie than a show, but actually I really do like it, and there's actually a little hint of romance starting. I mean, she hugged him. It was a front hug too, which is amazing. And then she got jealous over the kiss, which is very good. The more jealousy, the better. So we're hoping more romance comes into it, but it actually was a really good plot. So
maybe really just more of the storyline we want. Like, we like the idea of like the little vignettes, but also we want more of like the story.
Okay, so finally we have
I Love Iteri.
I Love Iteri, which sadly is not our favorite show. No. But the thing is, we really want to like it.
And we're only up to, I watched up to 5.
I watched up to 3. So
yeah, because the problem is we're having trouble still getting it subbed. So, I mean, Vicky has, like, up to 10, but a lot of them
partially
are
subbed.
Yeah,
so it's like, it's okay if you can watch it partially subbed to catch what you're missing, but there's just so much going on there. I think the problem for me is that the way the show started so early on, it, like, jumped into this weird plot. And, like, I mean, he becomes her fly swatter. Yeah.
Which I like. That's actually the part of the story I like. I like that he's, like, protects her but I just hate all the rest of the characters, I feel like. You know, we're talking about Big, and we're talking about, like, this ensemble cast of people that are all doing a great job. I feel like this one isn't with that. I feel like the side characters here I don't like, and I don't find interesting.
Yeah, it's weird about it, too, is, like, the other guy, other guy.
That's what I'm talking
about. I really want to love him. Because he's good looking, but I haven't liked him at all.
And I really do like Ki-bom. Like, I think that he's doing a good job with this of playing, like, you know, I imagine if you were a 14-year-old and grew up, that's how you would act, you know? I mean, he's immature, but in a way that, like, he still has his underlying, like, protection that he's always like as a person. I get that. You know, and I also like the Itae character, but Everybody else is just annoying me.
And the girl is really annoying me.
Oh my goodness, yeah, no.
She's obnoxious, but
hopefully it gets better.
It's our least favorite show right now, but doesn't mean we're not gonna like it in the end.
I know, and it's on TVN. TVN has like not disappointed me in a long time, so maybe it's gonna like bring it around. Maybe it's like Wild Romance, where I didn't like it in the beginning and then I really liked it.
So we have high hopes for it. Okay, this is a long week, guys. Lots of episodes, and now we're gonna be adding Wild Romance 2 to our weekly recap. So check out the new Watching Now of that.
Okay, great. So
Bye,
thanks.
guys.
See you next week.